Hello, my name is Shadaleo. Welcome back for another episode of Hard 3 in Black Ice as PRC. So in last episode we managed to clear out Korea. So in theory at least, the Japan should offer us peace deal probably next month. So let's actually go on speed 4 right now because I don't think there's going to be a lot of combat for us. We might need to leave at least a few corps over here. Okay, the mercenary corps is definitely not going to be the one. Do we have any more troops in here that could maybe switch... I suppose these could switch leaders. Not necessarily the best option, but it'll do for now. Do we have any more headquarters or the garrisons in here? We've got one over there, but yeah, that doesn't actually have a leader yet. Or division HQ, so yeah, that's going to allow us to get something like that sorted. Now we're going to take the first corps, which is part of the Northern Army. We'll redeploy the garrison or the headquarters in the middle. We'll just have a division per corps over here, especially in southern Korea for now. That's one. Then we'll probably have another corps. See, would that be... No, that's the mercenary corps. This could probably do, the first corps. Right, so we've got up to there. So we'll get one there. Another one over here. Then one in Hamhung. We could actually have one in Hagen, which... be that one, and then we'll have one over here somewhere, and then we'll have the headquarters in Seoul, for example. There we go. That's at least a little bit of guards for the ports, and then many of the other headquarters we can probably just pull out. Like this one, well, it's already guarding some ports, so maybe we can leave that one as a reserve for the time being. And that's some garrisons, so I suspect that a lot of the units are already being pulled back now. Actually, this one could be pulled back. Or maybe we'll have this one in, like, northern Manchuria for now. I'll spread it out from there later. But there we go. We did pretty good on the battle in here. I mean, sure enough, we took a whole lot of losses. Iraq is now a democracy. Well, they're still being occupied, admittedly. Oh, there we go. Hey, assault guns have advanced to level 3. There we go. Can we actually get that to next level? No, unfortunately, the research is locked for the time being. I think it might require some, well, some of the track stuff, I suspect. How good is the stats on that right now? I suspect that it's still probably not going to be all that great. But it's 12 and a 5 for the attack, then 19 piercing, 26 armor. It's got 11 defensiveness. Toughness is -1, so that's still not great. Air defense is 6. Softness is still pretty small. It is still quite expensive to build. But I suppose it's just what it is. I mean, we got a very tiny armor practical right now, which is the main problem. So how about the situation with the Soviets? We are still slowly drifting towards them. Let's go ahead and... actually, I could give them transit rights, but I don't know if they'll accept that. So I'm just going to go ahead and offer another trade agreement. There we go. We're just buying their rare materials, giving them some cash in the process. And hopefully we can start drifting further and further towards them. I mean, it's... okay, it's... it's slowly improving. But yeah, it's probably going to take a year, maybe, even before we arrive there. Although, I suppose what I could do something like embargo... Oh, we got an embargo already with Germany. Who are we embargoing then? Germany and Italy. I suppose that makes sense. Right, I don't actually want to start embargoing a lot of the allied nations directly, at least. Not yet. Oh, there we go, small warship engine advance, and there we go, we can research the next destroyer. So we haven't actually unlocked the frigate class, although technically speaking it should be available. Like, we've got at least one of the following true, but I think there might be something, maybe it's, oh, the naval stuff? Or the naval doctrine? I don't think so. But for whatever reason, we're not actually able to research it. The frigates, that is. But we might as well research the destroyers at least further. And I suppose once we get that... Oh, right, there we go. We're getting some infrastructure. How is our construction practical? 5.1? Okay, so it's not necessarily the best. There's quite a bit of infrastructure that we queued up in there, which is going to keep the production busy at least for a little while. Of course, that one's going to be another 20 IC that will be relieved soon enough. And a bit more infrastructure is going to be built very shortly. We'll get a few more destroyers. So that'll also be a bit more. Ooh, there we go. Already enter into March, so we might actually be getting the peace deal, in theory, because I'm pretty sure that it didn't have Jeju Island anymore as one of the goals. Pretty sure that got changed, but I could be mistaken. Ooh, armament, there we go. Oh, and we've got low popularity. Well, that's not great. We've got a little bit of spice at least, so that's kind of useful. Right, so is the Japanese surrender progress 24%? Oh, there we go. So, Japan sends an offer for peace. Let's see. Can't see all the modifiers in there. Inherit Menjing, we'll get the Outer Mongolian issue event. We'll get the War is Over event. Lose threat, -10 threat on all. Non-aggression pact with Japan. And then let's see. Right, People's Republic of Guangxi Clique, Yunnan, Invasion Ma, Shanghai, Shaanxi, non-aggression pacts. Japan gains 10 war exhaustion. Lose 16 unity. And we'll get a whole lot. Yes, we're going to be taking that one. War's over. Long live China. Oh. Outer Mongolian issue. I'm actually going to go and recognize Mongolia, because that's going to give us plus 100 relations with all the Comintern, essentially. That's going to allow us to drift very quickly towards them. Oh, back to war economy. The war is over. Long live China. So, oh. Okay, that's... I don't know how many provinces that is, but that is going to be a whole lot of extra crude oil, energy, rare, or metal and rare materials for a whole lot of provinces in here. So there we go. We're now at peace. Oh, I did get Korea. Oh, brilliant. And it... Oh, yeah, there we go. So we got all the provinces that we had occupied. It's pretty good. Now, we've got a little bit of a dissent issue here, so we might want to demobilize. I suspect that we've got a whole lot of dissent again. But can I might actually... Oh, yeah, and we're drifting very quickly towards Comintern now. So if we have a look at our... you know, there's still quite a bit of threat, actually. So it's not that bad. Of course, since... actually, how much is that now? We still need... Yeah, no, actually, I don't think the mobilization had any impact in here. What we need to do is we need to switch our laws a little bit. We'll go back to full mobilization. We'll go back to mixed industry. And that's already going to be probably... Oh, yeah, there we go. There's a massive impact already. Could potentially go back to 6 months draft. Reduce the dissent. Well, actually, that doesn't have an impact on the dissent, does it? Oh, wow, the 1-year draft does have an impact on the consumer goods during peacetime, but the 6 months does not, and the 2 years does not. But I suppose that does reduce the industry a bit further. And then the 3 years does have again. Huh. Well, we'll go for 6 months, we'll get a bit of extra industry. We'll build those infrastructures, and I suppose we could go for a volunteer army for a little while as well. Although that does mean that, oh, we're going to have so much manpower coming in from all the divisions. But that's alright. Right, so we've got still quite a bit in there. I suppose there's going to be a little bit required for reducing the dissent. Luckily, the automated thing should be taking care of that for us. So now that we've got all of Korea and all that, that's actually pretty nice. We need to get some more garrisons. I suppose another 15 garrisons will probably do. Actually, we probably want more than that. Hey, China's united. There we go. So we get 5% more manpower, 5% more industry, minus 5% dissent, or daily dissent chains, national unity 0.05, and supply throughput 5%. Oh, brilliant. And we're going to get a whole lot of new buildings. Oh, capital shipyard even. Small, okay, yeah, small arms and all that. Hospitals, rail terminals. I lost the propaganda fail, so there we go. That's... Oh, it's all for artillery advance. So how much do we have leadership now? Oh, yeah, there we go. Quite an increase in there. Go ahead and reduce this back to 8 leadership for the auto recruitment. We still want to be recruiting a decent bit, just in case. But that does help us quite a bit. And I suppose now we could probably go ahead and put in some spies into Soviet Union. Don't suppose, yeah, we're not sending any spies into there yet. I'm not going to do anything untoward there. I'm actually going to be supporting the leadership. Ooh, Japan wants to buy fuel from us. You know what? I'm okay with Japan fighting against the Allies, now that we push them out of China. That does remind me, we may need to get a corps over here to clear out Hong Kong, or potentially at some point. Although we might actually get that through an event later on. It might take a little bit of time before it's triggered. But now that we are at peace, we're going to have probably quite a bit of supply production. Yeah, we've got a pretty good supply situation with the resources. How close are we getting to... So we're drifting pretty quick towards the Comintern now. Well, I say pretty quick. It's relatively quick, at least. Did we give it the... Oh, we got the railroad as well. We could go ahead and improve those to level 4. That's going to give us a slightly bigger industrial efficiency. It's nothing massive increase though, but it does help. Actually, oh, they have increased that. It used to be a lot smaller than that. Okay, so it's actually, yeah. It's a little bit better now. There's 0.5% per level, I suppose. Yep. So that's extra 1.5% industrial efficiency then. There we go. Now, one of the things that I could do if I can get the industry to be large enough. I suppose right now, oh, alright, there's a bit of an exchange of provinces in here. Right, I could give transit rights. They are very likely to accept that. So they can then move through our lands if they want to, or fly planes through our lands if they need to. There we go. I'm actually pretty happy about this outcome for this all thus far. Of course, we've still got more work to do, but we can go ahead and take the Mountaineer Corps, I suppose. Just load up all of that and transport in here. We wanted to get one of these headquarters. Probably the second corps can go ahead and be transported in. Probably transported down there, actually. So now that we are no longer at war, that actually helps us quite a bit. It's going to go ahead and rebase some of these planes into areas where they can repair slightly faster. Because those airfields, unfortunately, are not particularly great yet. Oh, recon unit combines are advanced, and armor piercing cap advanced to level 4, so that is maxed out now. We've got the Mountaineer Corps in here already. We could probably go ahead and take that one. Actually, one of the things that I could do, if I really want to have a war, is bring these towards Tibet. We might want to build a airfield or something in here. Maybe right there. Get a bit of infrastructure for it as well. So with that, we could potentially conquer Tibet. We don't have the option to do a war automatically, but we can declare a war because our neutrality is basically 0. And that should be a fairly easy victory for us in the meanwhile. Oh, there we go, payment received. How about it's, let's see. Oh, we've got over 3,000 war extortion. We're losing 15 per month right now, thanks to the relaxed laws that we have currently, but it's going to take a while before we get the most out of it. So we're slowly reducing the descent. That's still going to take quite some time. Oh, actually, don't we still have the home front? I think we do, so that's going to be... Oh, lost the chromite surplus. We could... Oh, we got a lot of money, actually, so let's go ahead and buy some chromite. We'll buy that from Soviet Union. Give them a bit more money. Although, technically speaking, they might lose a bit of their bonuses. So that could cause some issues for them. Did we actually inherit any heavy industry in here? Let's have a look. Doesn't really look like we inherited at least over there. I don't know about Korea. Probably not. I would say that's a no. Now, we do not have cores on Korea itself, so there's going to be a little bit unrest in there. It's not the worst. And then, of course, Manchuria is completely fine now. Oh, actually, we still got the garrison in here. Right, there's a garrison over there? Oh, right, it was from the port over there. Now, we don't really need to have too much garrisons in here right now, but it probably doesn't hurt to keep the ports garrisoned regardless, in case there's some oddities that happen. There we go, submarine batteries. So how much do we have? 75 research underway right now. There's cyber warfare is something that we can't research currently, but we can leave it in there. We'll probably be entering the war in by the end of the year, or if we just, you know, use some of the troops. Okay, they're still probably heading down that way, but we could potentially just go ahead and annex Tibet, and that would remove. Well, it would give us a bit more area over here. Although not that they have much of a, they don't have any sort of resource or industry in there, so you know. Not necessarily that much of a need for it. And the historical war between Tibet and People's Republic of China, I think that was in the 50s or 60s. So we got a bit of time for that as well. I'm kind of waiting if we can get the events to maybe take Macau and Hong Kong back. Because if we can, that's going to potentially mean a one less war for us. Maybe. Not entirely sure, but there's a chance. Ooh, we got the naval base in Taipei. Very good. Right, so, oh, yeah, we got the headquarters over here, don't we? Let's combine those two. So now the Mercenary Corps should have a bit more room again. Is the Mercenary Corps in here? Not directly. No, it's over there, okay. Well, we could probably go ahead and regroup these in Tianjin. We've still got a little bit extra infantry in there that is just sitting around, which really shouldn't be in there. So there's the 3rd Corps. Suppose that's spread around a little bit, but that's fine. We can take these. I suppose this could also head down here to Goldmud. Have a bit more troops for the potential of fight. Actually, so now that we switch to this, let's have a look at the mobilizer. I'm pretty sure that actually it's not going to increase the descent at all because we have no neutrality. The mobilization, like extra consumers, depends pretty much entirely on your neutrality. If you got 0, then yeah, it doesn't matter. The small arms advance, there we go. So we can take that one off the research queue for a little while. But down to 222 research, and we're doing 75 now, so that is actually probably going to be speeding up things a lot. Plus, I suppose we got better research efficiency now, thanks to all the things. So yeah, there we go. Oh, basing. That's good. Is that, that can stay in the research queue. That'll be a rather useful thing to have. So we've got the naval bombers. I might actually go ahead and put some naval bombers somewhere over here. We have the unsinkable carrier of Taiwan in here. Ah, the airport capability is level 4, so we could go ahead and get that upgraded then. So we should be getting some better air organization if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's not a huge increase in there, but it's better. There we go. Amphibious unit training advanced. Oh, right, so the naval infantry might actually have some morale again. It's not been particularly great thus far, but I'm sure that oh, seaport capability is level 4. And Soviets want to buy some crude oil. I'm sure that that's fine. Actually, do have a lot of crude oil that we gain from somewhere in here. Not much, I don't think. Double check. Oh, there's a bit of crude oil in Mukden. Okay. Oh, and they got a little bit over here in Tangshan. Because we got our own crude oil over here as well. Do we have any other location for crude oil? I mean, Subei, Lanzhou, we've definitely upgraded. Subei, I think we've also built up already. That would be over here. No, we have not. Okay. We could build out the oil rigs in there. Not that we initially need the oil too much, but we are probably going to have a bit more mechanized and motorized troops in the not too distant future. Speaking of which, how is our mobile practice? It's only 5.0. But yeah, we could probably start motorizing some of the troops at least. I'd say maybe one of the corps. Do we still have more troops in here? The second corps. The second corps is. Oh. Right, yeah, it's not really needed in here. I'm going to go ahead and send this one back to first Taiwan, and we can start motorizing this corps. And what do we have? Ah, destroyers. Right, I'm just going to go ahead and drop these into Guangzhou. Start building a second destroyer fleet. We've still got 3.5 descent, or 3.5 units of descent, or points of descent. But we're slowly working through that, and yeah, we're reinforcing the troops again. So the troops at least will be in fighting condition. It will slow down a little of the production for a while, but at the same time, it doesn't actually take that long to reinforce all these troops. We're spending 40 manpower per day right now to get the reinforcements in. And how close are we to joining the Comintern? Pretty far away still. I could offer them Lend-Lease, but I don't really have that massive industry yet. That being said, once we get the construction practicals up a little bit further with all the infrastructure that we're building, we can then probably start building up all the industries that we have a little bit further. And I suppose we did get the... Actually, I do wonder. No, the China... Or the Chinese industry thing... Oh, Chinese industrialization... Oh, it does have an impact in here. Oh, right. Well, that explains why we have such a massive amount of resources. Oh, we've got a bit of a zinc shortage. Could we buy some zinc then? We can. Who do we buy it from? I'll buy it from the Soviets. Keep pouring some more money towards them. Oh, and there we go. We've got a radar station in Taipei. Not that we necessarily need it in there, mind you, but better than nothing. Oh, we've got a whole lot of troops moving through here. Alright then. Well, they're moving west. And there we go. Zinc shortage is reduced. So yeah, resources-wise, we're actually pretty much self-sufficient now. For the foreseeable future. I wonder, now that we've got the... We might be able to get the Hong Kong and Macau events firing soon. Although it could also be that they need to be at peace. Also, there's a bit of a lag spike in here. I was taking a whole lot of time for saving this, so... There we go. So we did get the autosave, and I decided to reboot the game just to make sure that it doesn't crash immediately after. But yeah, we've got the... situation mostly under control. I just realized while rebooting the game that we haven't actually had a look at the potential new leaders that we might have in here. As a consumer goods during wartime, actually, that might be a good one to reduce the dissent right now. So we'll leave that there. Then there's the Ideological Crusader. I mean, that also reduces dissent by 5%, so actually we'll leave that as well. Economic focus, that's something that... unless there is a... No, there's no economic focus on any of these. That's going to be alright then. We got the Ministry of Interior. Do we have anything else in here? We're going to get the Crime Fighter, I suppose. Potentially. I mean, on the other hand, having the health and education isn't necessarily the worst either. The other monthly war actions -5 is also pretty decent to have. Although that would also have it. We don't need the organization too badly right now, so if we can get that one in there, might as well. Get a few buildings in along the way. So sure, why not? In the research, we got two options. So we've got research efficiency at the cost of leadership, or leadership at the cost of research efficiency. I think we're going to go with the research, or the extra leadership. What about the heads of intelligence? No, we definitely want to hold on to the extra IC right now. Chief of Staff, there's actually the School of Maneuver. Mobile unit practical decay is going to be reduced, so actually that might be okay. Although the land build time -5% isn't bad either. But we don't need the extra manpower as such, so we'll switch to that. We might be able to get some different factories going around. That would be quite useful. And then we got the Chief of Army, we got the Elastic Defense Doctrine in there already. I think that will be probably good enough. There we go. So we did a little bit changes for the ministers in there. Let's get going again. We might not want to go too much on speed 4. We can maybe go every now and then, but it's just when you, especially late game, when you're just breezing through the months on speed 4, it tends to start causing, like, it's going to start hogging a lot of memory that way, because there's just so much things that happen. Ooh, infantry support weapons advance, and we got our infantry division. Or, well, another infantry division, rather. I suppose we could start grouping up these in here. Get another corps is on this under the Western Army. And I suppose we need to get a commander for this corps. I suspect that we've got quite a few potential corps commanders. Well, that's pretty easy, yeah. Get someone else in there. Doesn't necessarily need to be the finest. And get that one in. So these, there's not exactly anything too special in there. Get another... Actually, let's have a look at the skill levels. That will probably do. So these troops are potentially heading west to fight the Germans to some degree at least. How much exactly depends to be, or remains to be seen. But we are slowly drifting towards the Comintern at least, so that's good news. But it might still take quite a while before we actually get in there. And looks like the Germans are slowly approaching Moscow again. I mean, it's 1943 already. You'd think that they would be pushed back by now, but I guess not. End of beginning. There we go. Ooh, infantry guns advance. Right, actually, I forgot to take the support weapons already off the research queue as well. Oh, we can get the armored engineers into the research. There we go. All underway, so that's good. And then ground attack focus is going to get another level. Second echelon is going to get another level as well. We're already researching most of it in there, so it doesn't really unlock more than the army headquarters, I suppose, which we might want to still research that at some point. But it's not a huge priority. And actually, how are we looking on the spies that we started sending into... Oh, there we go. So, support ruling party in there, just to make Soviet Union a little bit stronger. They might still catch some of our spies every now and then, but it's probably not going to be too bad. Well, there we go. There's the second echelon. It didn't actually unlock anything new. Oh, because we need to get the stuff over here first. Yeah, of course. Well, we're down to 221 research at least. And there's the infantry tank weapons, so we can get the branch upgrades. And we can also get the rocket-propelled anti-tank weapons, so that's going to increase the infantry's heart attack. So we'll get these underway. We'll go and queue up the branch upgrades to the top of the list. I suppose we're going to get the rocket-propelled anti-tank weapons as well. We don't necessarily need to get the air landing stuff, although what do we need for the... Oh, right, we need to get the armored... Well, assault weapons and armored engineers for the urban fighting equipment. That would be quite handy to have. Is there... No, we got the amphibious invasion focus already. We got the amphibious warfare equipment. So I suppose, is there anything new in the operating? There's the commando training. That's not something we actually need all that much. We're going to get the combined arms coordination and all that underway. Oh, and that's... we can't get that during... Well, when we're not in war. We can't even cancel it right now. Well, I suppose we can cancel it through the list in here. We'll keep the research in there for now. I mean, again, I don't expect there to be that long of a distance between us getting to war, even if it's just against Tibet or something. But there we go. Yeah, we got quite a good chunk of land in here as well. Oh, uprising in Korea. Oh no. Oh, we've got some troops in here that can deal with that. Right, that actually does remind me. We did want to get some more garrisons, did we not? So let's go ahead and get at least 10 more. It's a very simplistic. I could build them as a reserves. It would be actually quite a bit cheaper with the text that we have. So yeah, that's 10 garrisons. Alright, I probably should... Well, yeah, I suppose that's going to be good enough. How large is our total military now? It's 1.3 million. Okay, that's a bit more than I expected. Oh, and also, this one should probably be assigned under the Western Army by now. It's still too far away for that as well. Okay, never mind then. Well, you are at least moving down that way, so that makes sense. Might be new. There's some other units in here. There's the Northern Garrisons, actually. Oh, right, yeah, that's something that we can actually move. Maybe move this one to Mukden. So there's going to be getting 2 more corps of garrisons to Korea. And that's about it. We've got 1 corps of troops in here. The Soviets are flying... Oh, they're actually moving through our lands now. Oh, there we go. Good for them. I still need to get rid of quite a bit of dissent, mind you, but it's a work in progress. Actually, how much do we need in here? So there's the full mobilization. Give them... Oh, we got the give them cake thing. Well, it does reduce the unrest quite a bit. And also, do we still have the home front? We do. Right, so that still hasn't expired. I'm not at war, am I? Technically speaking, no, I'm not, because that forced the laws to switch already. Oh, we dealt with the rebellion once more. Or already in Korea, and then... Yeah, the descent is slowly drifting downwards. How... Oh, right. So, the Germans got all of Crimea. Oh, Yemen's been overrun. So they're now part of the... well, they will be part of the Allies, at least. Oh, there we go. And there's still Port Sudan is still in Italian hands, but that's probably going to fall soon enough. So the Italians are looking a little bit worse for wear. They still control Tunis. So after that is probably Operation Husky, which might fail. Ooh, great extraction in Yan'an. Oh, right, actually, let's have a look. Taiwan was our synthetic industry. Now that we get the 60% boost in here. Oh, wow, yeah, we're getting quite a bit of resources in here. I don't think we're going to have problems with resources for a long, long while. And there's more infantry. I can go to the 13th Corps. I suppose I could actually, at this point... I'm going to do this manually still. Getting the leaders for these divisions. Ah, but did we get the troops into... Well, most of the Corps is already in here. So we'll start upgrading these after a little while. Although we've got quite a bit of production still underway. So it might take some... a bit longer than expected. And the descent is still going to take quite a while, isn't it? It's like 20-something days, so it's actually not that long. Ooh, heavy air guns get another level. That's definitely ahead of time. There's the air defense network. I don't know if we really need that one right now. It's probably best to not take it right now. We've got 225 research still underway. I suppose there was a lot of the branch upgrades and such that we just got recently into the research queue. And maybe a few other things. But we are at least doing pretty good work on the research. We're also getting the industrial zone organization another level. Which we've got the resource and manpower for it, for sure, so that's going to be some nice IT efficiency and a little bit extra industry as well. That's always nice. Or the total industrial capacity will be increased by that. Oh, that's the industrial zone. Here we go. It wasn't in an auto save or anything like that, but we might want to go back to speed 3 for a little while. There's probably a lot of fighting going on in the Soviet Union, and of course, with the Allies and Axis in general. Speaking of which... the British have started pushing further down in Siam. Oh, they've actually managed to push out of Singapore. I think they did lose Singapore at one point, didn't they? They've already taken that. Borneo is mostly... Oh, northwestern Borneo is in Japanese hands. Oh, but the Philippines is now... Okay. Well, I suppose we did kind of destroy a large chunk of the Japanese military in our fighting, so it kind of makes sense that they are rather weak right now. But at this point, I'm ready to start trading with them again if need be. If they offer trades, rather, I will take them. If it's, you know, something that we need or can afford selling, which, to be fair, we got all the resources in mostly good quantities, so I don't think we need to worry about it too much. Do we still get the... Oh yeah, let 100 flowers bloom, so we still have that one. Now, to be fair, that does reduce the consumer goods during wartime by 25%, so it's not actually that bad. Gives a bit of IT efficient production. That's also pretty good. Does reduce the efficiency for research a bit, but that's about it. And we got the China United thing, I believe. Chinese United, yeah, we did get that one. Popularity is still a bit on the low end. I suspect that that's probably going to start increasing a little bit. We might still want to get some buildings. I don't know, I suppose the Fiat National Police building could be okay. Getting the actual territory pride and a bit of leadership from there, or ruling part as well from the Imperial Seat of Government, could also be quite useful. We don't really need to worry about the money too much. So we don't really need to get the Finance Ministry all that much. We don't need to reduce the neutrality any further either. So we don't need that one as much. The party, palette of the party could be quite useful to getting the popularity up a little bit. We got fairly good popularity on the Communist Party, mind you. There's still probably a little bit of people support. Actually, not that many people supporting our opposition parties anymore. So the popularity should be improving quite a bit. But I also see that we are definitely out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.